Technology-facilitated gender-based violence describes a wide range of behaviours which may be crimes under certain legislation that can be reported to police and taken to court. Digital expansion and the emergence of online harms has outpaced legislative reform to recognise and respond to this growing phenomenon of gendered abuse. With the absence of dedicated online harms legislation in most countries around the world, law enforcement and litigators must rely on existing laws that cover the range of abusive behaviours, including harassment and intimidation, sending threatening emails, texts, or messages, stalking and cyberstalking, installing spyware on electronic devices, cyber abuse, and sharing intimate images without consent. To ensure that your client is given current advice that is appropriately tailored for her circumstances, you may find it helpful to recommend seeking independent legal advice on possible pathways, and where suitable, assisting your client to seek this support. It is very important that survivors are helped to explore all options, legal and non-legal, to find the solution that best suits their needs. Some questions you should consider are: do you know if your country has cyber-related legislation? If not, what laws might be applicable in relation to technology-facilitated gender-based violence, including harassment and intimidation, image-based abuse, and installing spyware? What are the relevant legal support services available for survivors? And do they have the experience in responding to technology-facilitated gender-based violence? Services responding to gender-based violence are traditionally under-resourced and in high demand. With increased access to digital technologies, services are now dealing with the growing complexity of technology-facilitated gender-based violence, often without the policies, systems, legislation, and skills to effectively respond. It is important to recognise the value of a collaborative and coordinated service response for frontline workers. To do this, it is helpful to map out your service system and referral pathways. This can be done using the Services and Supports Mapping template available in your training package. Based on the location you are working in, the template will ask you to list the relevant gender-based violence prevention services, domestic and family violence crisis response services, legal and law enforcement services, diverse group services, and any support services that might support your client. Reflecting on the list you have, you can then consider the following questions. Where are the main service gaps? Do any of these services have dedicated or specialized programs or people focused on technology, cyber, and digital related issues? Are there services listed that you or your organization don't have a working relationship with? How might this be strengthened?